Hans is the fearless leader, as I always call him, of Deep Tech Alliance. He is the guy who actually got the job and made it happen, and he's still the fearless leader.
Thank you so much, Magnus, and I'm really happy to be here. I love this format with very short but deep and inspiring talks. It's like a FedEx for deep tech enthusiasts. Not FedEx, TEDx. So yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation. So I'm here representing Deep Tech Alliance. A lot has been said already today. I'll try and summarize some of this from a Deep Tech Alliance perspective, and then tell you a bit more about what Deep Tech Alliance is all about and how we try to address some of these challenges. So from our perspective, the European Deep Tech challenge is about these three things here. Commercialization of technology. We're in a really good situation in Europe when it comes to research and well-ranked universities, but we need to become much better at spitting out this all this great tech coming from these research institutions. There's way too much dormant IP lying around in Europe still. So we need to become much better at spinning out companies on good terms from universities, and also help them find the test partners they need to develop their solutions and eventually become their customers to roll them out on an industrial scale. We also have a big funding challenge, even though deep tech funding has become easier. We just heard it's still a rather long and complex journey, the deep tech journey, and we need to be able to, on a European level, to provide our deep tech pioneers with the money they need to develop their solutions, but also scale them up so that they don't jump to more attractive capital markets as they scale. Then there's the challenge of cross-border collaboration. Europe is still, despite all efforts, is still quite a fragmented market, and we believe we need to, on an investment level, we need to invest much more cross borders, invest much more jointly. A lot of VCs are still very nationally or regionally focused, so I think that needs to be changed. On an industrial level, I also believe that our corporates in Europe need to develop much more jointly, also cross borders, innovate with other industry peers. And it goes without saying that the deep tech pioneers, so the startups, entrepreneurs, and scale-ups, they cannot succeed within the boundaries of the countries that they develop their solutions in. So cross-border collaboration is super important, especially in Europe. So all this speaks to what Massimo already pointed to when we started out here today, making this leap from deep tech to industrialization, right, and bringing in the industrial infrastructure needed to roll out these solutions, but also bringing in the financing needed to do it. Maybe like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to Deep Tech Alliance. So Deep Tech Alliance today is an independent association. That's a new thing from November last year. Until now, it's been a project developed over the past 6 years. We are currently a collaboration between the 10 member organizations that you see here on this map that are all deep tech startup support organizations closely associated with universities or research institutions. So we all work with deep tech startups. We all have a nice, good deal of deep tech startups in our own ecosystems. And we collaborate together to provide those startups and scale-ups with access to business opportunities and capital opportunities on a European level. We do it by connecting them with the corporate partners we're working with and the investors we're working with. We do it within these core domains at the moment. So we're running a clean energy program. That's one of our focus areas. We are planning it as we speak. And also within advanced manufacturing, public utilities. Next year, we'll launch a healthcare program. We provide some roundtable sessions for our corporate partners also to make them benefit from the peer network that we are building, exchange best practices, and also explore potential collaboration between themselves. And then we have a track on materials where we're exploring application potential for different types of advanced materials. The programs that we're currently running looks a bit like this. So they are fairly short programs, only 7 to 8 weeks long. That's not very long compared to a standard acceleration program. And these are not acceleration programs. So all the members that you saw on the map before, they all have their own local early stage startup support initiatives, acceleration programs, incubation programs of different sorts. What we try to do within the Deep Tech Alliance together is offer the startups from ecosystems with a sort of a natural next step. So they've been through all this startup 101, they know how to pitch, they know how to do their budgets, and they've carved out their value proposition. And in these programs, we then bring them to the table in front of potential strategic partners, potential customers, and investors across Europe, even beyond Europe, but primarily focused on Europe. To date, we've had actually run, I believe it's not 4, it's 5. Yeah. 5 programs. Thank you, Manus. In which they are all focused. The backbone of these programs is matchmaking with our corporate partners and our investors. So that's what it's all about. It's about exploring those collaboration opportunities and business opportunities. So in those programs, we've facilitated a little more than 400 matchmaking meetings, resulting in 123 expected collaborations. As you can imagine, these types of collaborations take much more than just 7 to 8 weeks to establish, but this is what we can measure on a program level after a program. These are the partners that we've been collaborating with to date. So I believe around 40 corporates have been involved in a program. Here's a photo from an event with Linda, you can see here. So they are either involved with the Alliance on a program level or on an annual level, where we introduce them to the cases we have in the programs that we select from all of Europe, but primarily scouted actively in the member ecosystems, which is a really great way to do it. We really rely a lot on our members to nominate startups from the ecosystems to the programs. And that's great because we get startups or scale-ups into the programs that the members know really well already. They might have been working with them over an extended period of time in a local program, so they can really vouch for them, making the quality level in our programs quite high, which everyone benefits from. An example of a batch, this is our most recent clean energy program, so our clean energy program last year, with 23 startups participating. As you can see from all over Europe, we've had a lot of Swedish participants also. I believe, actually, if I'm not wrong, 5 of the companies on the agenda today here actually participated in one of our programs. And we also have one joining our coming program. So that's fantastic. So the things team here is really doing a great job of putting great companies into these programs. But the way you select them, I think that's good for you to know, is all based on the interests of our corporate partners. So we listen as best as we can to what types of solutions and technologies they would like to see in the programs, and then we select the startups or the participants based on that. And that's why you see a lot of participants in this particular program: energy storage, power to X, carbon capture storage, a lot of those types of solutions. Few numbers from that program also. Participants, matchmaking meetings. I don't need to say much more about that. What's interesting here is that we've also started to measure on expected collaborations, not just between the corporate participants and the startup scale-ups, but also between the corporate peer participants. Because as you can see, in these programs, we have multiple corporate partners participating. In this particular program, we had 25. One of the maps here also highlighting that so he benefits from access to the startup deal flow from multiple hubs across Europe through just this one organization, but also there's a lot of value for him in the corporate collaboration. And that's what we see in the numbers also that report back that there's actually even more, as you can see here, it seems like collaboration potential between the corporate participants, which is really, really interesting. This is what we look like organizationally today. I brought this slide because it's brand new. And we also have, as I said, we initiated Deep Tech Alliance 6 years ago, finding the first partners, finding out what do we want to do together. We designed our first programs. Our programs are working quite well today, I think. And now we have quite an ambitious growth strategy. So by 2026, we want to double up the size of our activities. So we have on the first slide you saw with Europe, we today have 10 members. By 26, we want to have 20 members in the Deep Tech Alliance. We also want to run programs within 5 different key deep tech domains. And that means, of course, also doubling up the number of partners we're collaborating with and the number of startups we run through our programs. And to do that, we needed a completely new, updated organizational setup. And I'm really happy that the Things team has offered to take a key role in Deep Tech Alliance as the Alliance's operation partner. So Things are playing a really important role down here, where I'm here coordinating the collaboration with all the members and talking with the board and stuff. And then Things have the important job of planning and executing our commercial programs. And so that's also the direct contact with our startups and the corporate partners and everything. So a very, very important role for Things in this whole setup. And thank you for taking that on. It's a big job, but I know you can do it. We've been collaborating for many years now. I think that's actually it. So I'm just gonna end with a map where you can actually see where the members are from, but that's Deep Tech Alliance.
Thank you, Thomas. I have a question for you. Yeah. I have a little question for you, Thomas. So, is it free for the corporates to join?
Yeah, I know.
but it's cheap, is it?
Super cheap. Well, yeah, no, it's not free. Well, thank you for asking. So the way that the whole thing is financed. So the association itself with all the members, the central office that I'm part of managing the whole thing is financed through annual membership fees. The programs themselves are fully financed through participation fees. So that's the corporate partners paying to be part of it. We actually also ask a small participation fee from the participating startups and scale-ups. But because we have these multiple participants, so 25 in our last clean energy program, Jakob, where are you? I believe we'll have 25 in this year's edition as well, right? Yeah. But that many partners makes it possible to make it quite cheap, I dare say.
Well, it's a lot of value for the money. Thank you so much, Thomas.